You are watching Today. Let's check out what's making news across the globe right now. The search for a wanted Texas man accused of fatally shooting 5 neighbours, including an 8-year-old boy, is escalating. US correspondent Lauren Tomasi has the story. Lauren, good morning to you. Authorities say he could be anywhere.
Yeah, that's right, Carl. And the FBI now launching a major manhunt in search of this suspected shooting suspect. They have issued the warning saying he's believed to be armed and dangerous. This shooting happened in the small town of Cleveland in Texas. It's just north of Houston. That's Francisco Oropeza. He's accused of shooting and killing 5 of his neighbours, including an 8-year-old child. That was after the neighbours reportedly complained about the noise of him firing off an AR-15 style rifle in his front yard. Now, after being asked to stop, witnesses say that the 38-year-old Mexican national proceeded around to his neighbour's front door and shot execution style, killing 4 people dead at the scene. They were all Hondurans, and that little 8-year-old boy died later in hospital. There were surviving children who were found underneath 2 of the victims. Now, at this point, authorities are searching in around a 32-kilometre radius around that scene. It's very dense bushland, as you can see there. Initially, they were tracking Oropeza's mobile phone. It's since been found, and so that trail has gone cold, and police dogs now also unable to pick up a scent of this suspect. Look, we are expecting to hear from the FBI in just a few minutes' time, but at this point, this is a major manhunt through Texas and an ongoing search.
Lauren, thank you. A major manhunt is underway in Texas for a gunman accused of shooting dead 5 people after neighbours asked him to stop firing his rifle outdoors.
Let's bring in former NYPD Detective Michael Alcazar. Thank you so much for your time, Michael. Now, this was all sparked by neighbours asking this guy to keep the noise down.
Yeah, apparently this guy's, he's got a couple of screws loose. He likes to shoot his gun in the backyard, and when his neighbors ask him to stop shooting, it apparently enraged them, and he executed his neighbors.
The FBI, I mean, this is just a shocking story, is calling the suspect armed and dangerous. Why haven't they got him yet?
Well, if he's in the woods, it's definitely tough to find somebody. We had an incident like that in Florida with Brian Laundrie, where he disappeared in the woods, and we couldn't find him, until the parents came out. So if he's familiar with the woods, he might be very comfortable just hiding out in there. And I heard they expanded the search to like a 20-mile radius. We think he's in the woods. Could he have been picked up by his friends and taken off somewhere else? Possible. But, we got to entertain every part of the investigation.
I mean, this is actually terrifying for locals because obviously he shot these people. We know that there were children hiding under the bodies. I mean, he's still potentially armed out there. Is there still a risk to the community?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We don't know what he has on him. We don't know if he has any more weapons on him. I know they recovered the weapon that he killed the neighbors with, but the potential for him having a sidearm or another, high-power rifle is definitely possible.
I think the disturbing thing is, or amongst them, is the fact that this guy had a bit of form. And how could he retain the use of those firearms and the ownership of those firearms given that form? Yeah.
I think it's a failure in the system to keep their tabs on the people that are getting the wrong people getting the guns. I heard the police were called to his residence a few times in the past because he obviously was shooting his gun in his yard, which is not always legal. It might not be, enforced, but it's the potential for him hurting somebody. So the police perhaps dropped the ball when they were investigating this guy in the past. Maybe they should have taken his guns away then when the neighbors were complaining.
Yeah, you'd be asking those questions, that's for sure. Appreciate your time. Thank you.